readers. Today we're going to do the Breaking the Spines tag by Reading with Jack. I was tagged by Jack a couple days ago and did not know it till I actually watched the video and looked in the description. Yes.
You are now watching Elizziebooks.
Do you break the spine or do you prefer your books to be looking like new? I like them to look like new, but I don't have anything against breaking the spines because yeah, it's gonna happen. It's gonna accidentally, whatever, you're gonna let somebody borrow it or something is gonna happen, and I am not too hard pressed that I need to keep them in perfect shape. I will buy books that look much better because I know that they're gonna get worn out, and I'd rather not buy a book that has like a ripped cover or something like that. For those who don't like broken spines, have you ever accidentally broken one? No, even though I said I don't mind, I have had other people accidentally break the spine. My mom did break the spine on Looking for Alaska, and she's done that on a couple of Harry Potter books, and my sister and I have had to have a word with her for that. But, you know, it's, again, one of those things that happens and you can't get too mad about it because after that it's just like, it's there. It's a mark on your book and it does show that somebody has read it. I have had quite a few break on me. I know my Georgia Nicholson books all have, or most of them have broken spines, especially the paperbacks. Hardbacks not so much. And my copy of Looking for Alaska, my mom read it before me, and so at one point she kind of did this thing on the table, and so it kind of, it's a little paperback, and it's not as fortified as like City of Bones and stuff like that, because that stuff, oh my gosh, I think you could like throw it off a building and the spine would be fine. If you're buying a used book and the spine is broken, how do you feel about that? If it's a book that I really want, I'm gonna buy it anyways, especially if it's a used book and it's probably like less than $5, you know, why not? Do you agree or disagree with the opinion that broken spines mean that a book is well loved? Very, very, very much agree. My copy of Beautiful Creatures, of course, because it's like, you know, 600 pages or so, it's gonna have a little wrinkle, little something on the spine. Either that or your book is very poorly made. Sometimes with the, especially with the mass market paperbacks, you are not going to find a very well put together book that is going to stay together forever. I know that I have a book from the 70s that's written by Barbara Walters, and seriously, the book is in two. I don't know what to do with it, but I'll find some way to kind of repair it. Maybe put some of that plastic, hard plastic stuff they put on some library books. I don't know, but I do have quite a few books that have, you know, some, not necessarily like torn up spines, but definitely well loved. Because the break in the spine is harder to detect on hardback books, do you prefer buying hardback or paperback? It really depends on if I am willing to wait for the paperback. Like sometimes I really want the book brand new, and it's because of the author or that series. It doesn't really have anything to do with preference of hardback or paperback. Sometimes it does. Most of the time it's like, you know, I think I can wait for the paperback and that'd be fine. But I do prefer hardbacks for like signings and stuff like that, just because they look a lot nicer when you have a signed copy of Across the Universe or something like that, and it is signed and it looks pretty. But I also have, you know, 2 copies of The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab, both signed, both, you know, one is paperback, one is hardback. So I'm just a mixed bag of emotions when it comes to spines, really. Aside from breaking the spine, do you ever dog-ear your books? No, not since I was about 7, and I did that to the library book, and my mom about yelled at me because she was like, this is not your book. If this is your book that you're buying, and it's your book, your copy, whatever, you can do whatever you want. But since this is the library's book, you cannot do that. But you know, since then I have never done that to a book. I think I may have done it sometime in like high school, possibly, but for the most part, like, I would rather use a receipt, an actual bookmark, or something along those lines, an envelope even. Like, I'd rather use something else than sit there and bend the cover or bend the page of a book. Anything else to say about your spine obsessions? Anybody you want to tag? I'm just gonna nerd out for a moment and say I really enjoy the advancement of spines throughout the years, because I think they've gotten a lot better with the, I guess, bonding or whatever you call it, of, you know, making the spine so that it doesn't crack as easy. I think you really have to work on it to break a spine these days, because like I said, I do have some, you know, mass market paperback stuff like that where it's like, you know, the little tiny $4, like I said, mass market paperback, those are always going to be the tiny, crappy edition that you're going to buy and maybe throw away sometime or another. But, yeah, I definitely enjoy the fact that nowadays you can get some really good quality books. At least in America, we have something special going on here where we like our books to look nice and new. I believe I've already told Kaylee Reads and Ginger Book Nerd about this tag, so I would definitely tag them. Also, Bookables, if she has not done this. No, I saw her in the tag. I think she was already tagged. I'm trying to think. Bunny Cates, she should be tagged. Benjamin of Tomes. Kit Kats Can Read. I always mess up her name. Miss Bookley. Greg Lee's Reads. Who else? I can't think of anybody else who likes tags who would want to do this, but feel free to do this tag if you want to. Jazz hands.